Crash McQueen is muted. Well, by golly. Noganator, thank you very much for the follow, as well as, I'm assuming that's pronounced Rum Full Throttle, or I'm just gonna butcher it and I don't want to look like an idiot, so Full Throttle, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. As I was kind of getting to while I was muted for a mere moment there, HSVDT is currently in the top 5. Let's see what he can do. I think a good top 5 will be a very respectable quality for him. Jacko currently sitting down in 6. Interlagos is the track, if you haven't picked up on that so far. Very exciting track. It has grown on me. Alright, okay. I'm still going through this journey of Formula 1. And Interlagos has been a one that wasn't, you know, I just racing wise, it wasn't the most fun for me, but it has improved. HSVDT just got beat out by his countrymate El Majacco there, so we'll get through the qualifying standings as it goes. Alright. Christ. Alright. There we go. Coming over with pole is Jinnit to win and just edging out Mystic Joker. Second row is Super Ninas with Uncle Ben's Race. Couple of solid qualifying by those guys. Third row is the two country Australians there, Elma Jack and HSVT. JC Blackley is alongside Hotspot, Mahi Mahi, and Hash round out the top 10. Grumpy Old Catman finds himself 11th. Suey finds himself 12th. Spaceman and Krusty T beside each other. The Garrus Vac and Flavius 10 and 16th. Ray, A.E. Daltonian, and Valentine. Ray is the only one out of those three to set a time. The other two disqualified. So they've got a little bit of work to do going through Interlagos here. It's going to be a very fun one. It's a good track, offers up a lot of passes. 181 followers is where we sit. We're got a nice little goal there to try and get to 200 by the end of season 3. So if you know anyone that likes racing or unprofessional commentating, then throw them over this way, and we can cleanse your palate. Keep it simple. Now F2 has been around for quite a while actually. Let's see, go into the past history here. This is season 3 for Formula 2 as well. The first season was a short one. Only an 8 week season. Then we had a full 16 last year, which El Majacco seemingly dominated. But now this year has gone back and forth between El Majacco and Mr. Joker. Jacko unfortunately missing a week from the floods in Australia, and that has left him around, that's a small number, 53 points behind in the Drivers' Championship, that being behind Mystic Joker. His teammate Possible Bacon is a 70... God, that's so blurry. You know, it comes up a lot better on the phone here, if you'll just stay with me. 78 points behind teammate in third place. Into the Constructors' Championships we go. We got High Tech leading the way, just ahead of Uni Virtusi there. High Tech doing a very good job, and Uni Virtusi doing just as good. Only 4 points separates these guys after round 8 in Australia. Shout out to Valentine for making absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, Valentine. Shout out Valentine for making absolutely gorgeous constructor standings and boards. Standings things. Yeah, lovely stuff from him. Third place sits Carlin. Fourth sits HWA or BWT on the big logo on front. Trident 5th. Primus 6th. Art 7th. Dams 8th. Charouz 9th. MP the Big 10, and Campost and dead last. So still some work for those guys to do. Over halfway through the season now. This is a short one, of course. Interlagos for tonight. This gets us into the final third of the season, and then we start the final quarter of the season. So Brazil is round 9 out of 12. Next week we see Japan So that's going to be a little bit change of pace there. We'll have to see what that figure 8 track can give us here. But we are building up to 5 red lights here. Can Untitled hold off into turn 1? Can Mystic Joker take him out? Not take him out, but take out the lead. He's got the inside line lined up. Untitled goes very deep around the outside. He's still going to be able to hold on to the lead. Gets his heart back in front. Choosing to take a nice outside line through turn 1 has allowed him to take a good clean line through turn 2, but Mystic Joker is doing really well to kind of keep him right alongside here. We'll get on the board with Super Ninos and see what he can see going into turn number 4, and that's Jenna to win it with the lead through turn 4, and this is where we kind of got to get into a slalom here. Uncle Ben's Rice and Elma Jacko battling it out a little bit. Elma Jacko in 4th right now. He's going to look at the inside of Super Ninas, but Ninas blocks that off. Maybe a little bit of a mistake in qualifying, sees Jacko down the grid a little more than we were anticipating, but he's going to try and work his way back up. Super Ninas once again blocking off the line, this time through turn 9. Mystic Joker still holding on to first, or sorry, Jenna to win it still holding on to first place. Elma Jacko doing what he can to try and get up into the top 3. Super Ninas doing a good job through sector 2 so far, staying with the lead. And here we go, Mahi Mahi seems to be working on Hash, but he picks up a penalty for exceeding track limits, and nearly a little bit of contact between Mahi Mahi and Hash, but they keep it clean enough. Sui looks like he's got the inside line coming around turn 14 on Mahi Mahi. He's got the position and the car fully ahead as well. Jenna to win it is able to just slightly grow the gap about a half a second. If I know Mahi Mahi's going to send it down into turn 1, yes he does, alongside Sui he goes. Wheel-to-wheel racing, now he's nearly alongside Hash, but he gets the position back on Sui. Sui now back into 11th. Valentine and Flavius may have gotten to a little bit there. Unfortunately, Valentine's the one who spun out. Now here we go. The gap between Mystic Joker and Elma Jacko is starting to ever so slightly open up here. Jacko's got the glitch, that's annoying. So he's still just tucked in behind Mahi Mahi there. He's going to try and work his way past him here, but it's going to be a little bit tough through sector 2. There is actually some passing opportunities. Turn 9 is kind of, but not really one. You can get alongside, but usually you have to go around the outside, and that's way too far away around track to be able to make the position. Oh, Uncle Ben's Rice. Oh no! Maybe caught a little bit of oversteer and found himself into the wall just after turn 10. That is not what you want to see. That one hurts. Ouch, 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 ouch. Uncle Ben's Rice was in a good position for a little bit there. And yeah, that warrants a full-on safety car. And which brings Sui into the pit real early, as well as the leaders of Jenna Twin and Mystic Joker. Oh my god, you know when you have a thought, but then you get distracted for like 5 seconds and it's like gone forever? Come on. What was it? Yes, no. Sorry, league business. What did he say? Damn, I didn't think my back end would kick out so fast in my life. Okay, yes, so he did get oversteer. Heavy oversteer, too hard on the throttle. Coming out of turn 10, wanting to get on the gas too early to hit that hard turn 11, and unfortunately just binned it into the wall. I think I need to resub pretty soon here, actually. Yeah, yes I do, yes I do. There we go. Oh, whoa, another subscription from Crash McQueen. And, oh, he's got a little message as well. Crash McQueen says, OMG, this caster has such a sexy... Oh my god. This caster has such a sexy voice. Oh, well. Well, I mean, if you really feel that way, that's quite kind of you to say, Mr. or Mrs. Crash McQueen, whoever you are. It's quite a generous thing to say. Appreciate it. Thanks for the subscription. Hope you enjoy your time here in the Midwest F1 League, as well as the action that we provide. Currently we sit about going on to lap 5, 4 laps deep through this. That's... hey, I don't know who this guy or person donated or subscribed, but I gotta show some appreciation. Thank you very much, Crash McQueen. But yeah, we're on to lap 5. Hope we can get the safety car in fairly soon and get the action back underway. You're gonna see us at Interlagos as well tomorrow, and the chain of the same tracks in a row finally comes to an end. Now, what was that? We were in Brazil, Australia, Azerbaijan, Spa, and then Russia. Thank you very much, Crash McQueen, Crash McQueen. I don't know what you're talking about. Russia's Silverstone? No, Monza. Yeah, okay, so finally this streak of the same tracks is over, and we can actually get into some different tracks each week. So Brazil today, Brazil tomorrow, then next week for Formula 2, if you're French, we go to Japan, and then for Division 1 we go to Hungary. So there we go, a little bit of differences there. I'm on Sui, but I probably shouldn't be. I'll jump back up the grid. Mr. Joker and Ginna Twinner are way down the grid, so we'll have to see what their strategies are going to be like. Everyone in front of them needs to pit. They are currently the highest drivers on track that have pitted. Ginna Twinner and Mystic are battling it out here, coming around turn 3. Down to turn 4, Ginna Twinner still has his nose ahead, so we'll see if Jin can hold him off the rest of this race. El Majacco did stay out here, currently up in second. Now the real question is can Jin and Mystic make those mediums last with enough pace, or can El Majacco open up that gap as much as possible? Ginna Twinner gets past Ray, Hotspot, and Hatch. He's battling it out a little bit. AE Daltonian's actually right on the tail of Mahi Mahi, coming around turn 11, but nothing quite going there. Some major amounts of passes going down to the back of the pack there, but unfortunately I can't switch over to that. We're going to stay on with the AE Daltonian and see what he can do on Mahi Mahi's car here, going a little bit wider than Mahi Mahi is. And here we go, some drivers into the pit now. We see Hotspot as well as Mahi Mahi, the guy that I was just talking about. Sui as well into the pit. A Daltonian now nearly over 2 seconds back, and yeah, he's going to be over 2 seconds back now, and that's going to bring grumpy old Catman into the picture here. Trying to get in the slipstream, no DRS quite yet. He's just sitting onto the left of the slipstream, trying to just drag him straight out down into turn 4, but not the way you do it. Jinna to win it is able to pick off the Garrus Vac as those two, Mystic Joker and Jinna, are slowly catching the rest of the pack there. Making their way downtown through Sector 2, coming around that hard right-hander, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, to turn 8, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, down through turn 9, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, up the hill to turn 10. Jinna gets past Grumpy Old Catman as well as Mystic Joker goes down the inside line. Around and deep goes Grumpy Old Catman. The Garrus Vac actually shaking, wants to take a little bit of a peek at that one, but doesn't feel like there's enough room. Grumpy is able to hold on to 9th place. Shout out Grumpy for donating as well to the MidWest charity drive. Super Nina's finally into the pit. El Majacco stays out. We'll see how long he tries to last out those softs. Does El Majacco know something that these boys, Jinna to win it and Mystic Joker, do not? They're currently about 7 seconds off the pace of not off the pace, but behind El Majacco. But of course, those two have pitted. El Majacco hasn't. So we'll see how much that's going to change things. DRS is open. A. Daltonian kind of trying to break the toe, but it's going to allow him through. But now, monkey see, monkey do. Mystic Joker says, I want a piece of that action. A. Daltonian blocks him off. Mystic thinks about sending around the outside, wants to send it around the outside. A. Daltonian's allowing him to send it around the outside, but Mystic Joker doesn't want to send it around the outside. Jinna to win it. Picks up a penalty. That's not what you want to see. A. Daltonian is currently holding off Mystic Joker. Ever so slightly opening the gap is Jinna to win it on A. Daltonian. Mystic wants to get past AE as soon as possible. AE's just keeping enough pace and is putting the car in just the right places. But now it goes a little bit too deep through turn 12, but once again puts his car in the right place, and oh my god, the robot makes an ever so slightly mistake, a little bit too heavy on the throttle coming around turn 12, a little bit of oversteer, and that actually might just shoot himself in the foot with any sort of chance going into turn 1. He's going to have to try and make something work going down into turn 4. There you can see Jinna to win it slowly increasing that gap. This is just painful to see for Mystic. AE's just doing enough to ruin it for Mystic Joker here, but Mystic says, get out of my way. Goes down the inside line. A. Daltonian, who trying to fight, goes deep again. AE goes off track, but not by Mystic's doing. And now Mystic is right along side by side with A. Daltonian. A. Daltonian's got the shorter way around the track. Mystic is able to get ahead with A. Daltonian kind of going a little bit off track ever so slightly there. And Mystic Joker's finally past A. Daltonian. But it took 3 seconds of increased time between himself and Jinna to win it to get the job done. Not what he was hoping for. It's going to make things a little bit tougher. Well, actually, no, he's still got a penalty. Actually, no, now it's actually dead even between Jinna to win it and Mystic Joker. So with the 3-second penalty to Jinna, Jinna's just got to stay clean from this point out and just keep Mystic Joker outside of 3 seconds. So it can be done. Will be seeded here by Jinna to win it, and setting the fastest lap by Jinna to win it will help himself out. No, I love me a good Jin. That's all I had to say. Okay, yeah, that's already my thought. There we go, Valentine down the inside line on Grumpy Old Catman. Gets the overtake. Yes, he does. The car is fully through around turn 4 through turn 5 as well. Valentine gets Grumpy Old Catman. Hotspot and Sui battling back for... Actually, sorry, no, I think one was coming out of the pit. Was it? No. Or did Sui go off? That's for another day. Hatch is right on the back of JC Blackley. Jinna to win it is closing the gap. And as well as increasing the gap ever so slightly to Mystic Joker as he continues to put in some blistering times here. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to leave it at that. Can Jinna to win it do it? El Majacco is finally into the pit now, so we'll see where he comes out. We'll take a peek at who's to pit. Valentine is already pit, so let's see where Jacko comes out. Valentine's coming around turn 15 right now. But now Valentine finds himself on provisional 3rd place. Elma Jacko, I think he mistimed his pit as he is ever so slightly coming down. He's starting to starting to exit the pit now. Hash is trying to work on JC Blackley right now, as JC currently has the lead in this race. Late braking by Hash. Sees him gets fairly close to JC, but not close enough for contact. These two drivers are on mediums here, so we'll see how long they last out. And a little bit of contact to JC Blackley, but nothing that's going to send up and out of the way. Now, this pack ahead could hurt Jinnett's pace. He's given himself a little bit of a buffer, but not too much. He'd like to get this overtake in real quick, but it's going to be tough with Hash in the tow of JC Blackley. And JC probably won't be able to hold the pace of Mystic Joker to keep towing Jinnett to win it here, so Jinnett may be getting under pressure here for Mystic Joker fairly soon here. Hash is still battling with JC Blackley coming around turn 3 now into the DRS and slipstream, coming down the straight into turn 4. Not close enough to dive. Oh, nearly once again making contact, doing just enough not to here. You know, JC and Hash are putting in some pretty good sector times here. JC going a little bit deep around turn 6, but doing just enough. Now this is where it's going to get nerve-wracking. Jinnett to win it's got to try and pick off one of these drivers real quick here, or else you're going to see Mystic Joker get right back at him, and there you go, he's already closed 2 tenths through a couple turns. Hash dives down the inside. This is a chance for Jinnett. Oh no, Hash closes the door. Mystic is slowly closing it here. Jinnett needs to take a good run out of turn 12 here. You might have a shot at JC. Is JC going to go into the pit? Both are actually going to go. No, never mind. I lied. Neither are going into the pit. Jinnett can't get the tow. Hash is around the outside into turn 1. Mystic has now closed the gap to 2.9. Oh. And once again, Jin is still stuck behind these two drivers. Gonna try going down the inside of Hash. Looked at it, but it just wasn't there enough. All these drivers are in 1/10 of a second. Hash back down the inside line as these drivers are flip-flopping, and JC actually closes the door on Jinnett. Jin tries to send it around, just about has his car beside. Mystic Joker is completely caught up to him now. He's just a second out, so now he's actually in DRS, and Jin is sick of this. Sends it down the inside line, forces JC up on the curb, but Jin just can't get enough traction coming out. And JC is for sure slowing up Jin here. A good enough run out of turn 12. And now JC's into the pit, and Jin is absolutely fuming, as what was a 3-second lead is completely shattered. Hash is going to stay out for one more lap, but the damage has been done to Jinnett to win it. His chance of winning this race have gone minimal. I wouldn't say minimal, but his percentage chance of winning this race has very much decreased. Mystic Joker surely has this one I'd like to say wrapped up, but there's still quite a bit of laps here. 3 seconds separates these two drivers. If you're new to the stream, you think, oh, I'm already calling it with I've seen these guys race a lot. I know what I can predict the future. Let's see here. If Jin can't get past Hash, Jin gets past Hash. Hash stays out. Hash doesn't stay out, so all that is void. Now Jin's just gotta do an old-fashioned, I can drive faster than you type shtick here, but with Mystic Joker just sneaking in. Actually, no, he's well within DRS here. It's gonna be real tough on Jin. Jin's just gotta drive his ass off here. But huge shout out to Valentine here, currently sitting third, starting the race, dead last. The guy is on for an absolute banger here. Blue flags to Spaceman, I believe that is. Well done, good sir, on allowing the traffic to flow by. Elma Jackos works himself back up to 5th within DRS of Super Ninas. Hash and JC Blackley still battling. So JC looked to have gone for the undercut on Hash, but I think Hash's outlap with open air was obviously enough to cover the one lap of softs that JC had on Hash. So now we'll see if Hash can once again fight himself back past JC Blackley. HSVDT picking up a 3-second time penalty. Right now that would actually drop him down 3 places. So that really hurts. Grumpy old cat, man. Oh, still yet to pit, that's why. There we go, Grumpy Old Catman's finally into the pit. Was probably going to drop down around 15th place. Hash and JC still duking it out here. Hash trying to get a good run out of turn 3. Does so into the DRS and slipstream down the inside line as JC goes to cover. JC breaks deep and then cuts off the line and unfortunately gets a piece of Hash. And Hash has to pick himself back up around turn 4 and try and make some positions back after that contact. Not what you want to see here, but Super Nina is trying to hold off Elma Jacko. Elma Jacko trying to get that Bertuzzi up into the top 4. Podium seems to be a little bit too far gone here. Valentine having an absolute killer race, as this is kind of a weird view here. There are so many drivers that are currently holding the same position that they qualified in. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 drivers. Over half the lobby right now is sitting where they qualified in. Alright, way to ruin it. Mystic Joker and Jinnit to win it. But we got a battle for the lead here. Mystic Joker is able to get the overtake. I'm assuming what was down the inside line into turn 4. Jinnit's going to try and fight it out here. I didn't catch if Jin got any more penalties, so he's still holding on to that 3-second penalty. He's had a very good race, and it's just unfortunate the way it's turned out for him here. Super Ninas gets overtaken by Elma Jacko. Has the quicker pace coming around turn 5. It's trying to put Jacko under a little bit of pressure here coming through turn 6 and 7, and it just isn't close enough in turn 8. Hash is able to pick off Mahi Mahi through turn 4, trying to work his way back up. Has those soft tires advantage, so he's going to try and break away from the pink driver. Jin's still staying very close. Ray with the penalty. We've seen Ray higher up on many other occasions. Today might not be his day. Still battling it out is Jin. He's going to want to try and get this done on track position. Hash takes away the fastest lap from what I believe was Jin. No, I want this one. Actually, Mystic Joker had it up until Hash took it away. Super Ninas doing a good job staying close. Doing a good job, as well as Mahi Mahi hasn't let Hash get too far away. Hash is sitting on a little bit more penalties though, so A will be able to get him in the end, but Hash is going to do his best to try and break that gap open. Jeanette's still so very close to Mystic Joker. We're on to lap 19 here. Nearly on the final lap of the race. These F2 cars haven't really disappointed here, and Interlagos has been a fairly entertaining one throughout the entire grid. Unfortunately, I was missing a lot of passes by the back of the pack there, as I was dealing with a very exciting and intriguing battle for the top spot here between Mystic Joker and Jeanette to win it. Unfortunately, Jeanette is expecting to lose out in this battle in the feature race here, but might try and change around his fortune in the sprint race. Mystic is just going to slowly open up that gap, and I think Jeanette has somewhat accepted second place here. The 3-second time penalty is an absolute killer. Maybe oh no, I'm actually gonna, no, Jin, pick yourself up, Jin. You've got time. You've got time. Super Ninas actually gets Elma Jacko, and I think there was a little bit of contact between the drivers. Jacko's got spun out around turn 3. Ninas looks like he's going to let him go by. So Ninas taking the blame for that one, and he's going to allow Jacko to take 4th place in the rest of this race. Ninas felt it going into turn 1, I think it was, and got a little bit of contact. Oh, so a penalty to Jeanette to win it. Could have saw the end to his P2 fight, but with a penalty to Valentine, that saves him. So should have that locked up. Mystic Joker's coming around the final turn here, and he will come over the line for the win. Mr. Joker taking the feature race here, more big points to his championship lead. Jeanette to win it. Deserved a lot more in this race, but second place, you can't go wrong with that, and might try and bin it into a wall to end it, but he isn't able to, lose the connection with the car. Valentine with a very well done P3, going from last to 3rd in qualifying. Elma Jack works his way back up to P4. Super Ninas in P5 after getting some contact with Elma Jacko early on, and penalty to HSVDT sees JC Blackley go ahead. Hotspot going over 8th, Hash in 9th, Mahi Mahi just behind in 10th, AE Daltonian just too far back to try and make anything work with those penalties. Sui as well, teammate of AE in 12th. Garrus Vac actually is going to overtake Sui for 12th. Sui down into 13. Ray is about to come over the line, and is Ray, he's got grumpy old Catman in behind him, and with the penalties to Ray, grumpy old Catman is going to take 14th place. Ray drops to 15th. Crester T in 16th, and Flavius and celebration from Mystic Joker. Like I said, for the feature race win. Let's expand. There we go. We'll go through the order one more time. Mystic coming over with the win. Jinna to win it. A hard fought second. Valentine and El Majacco the back-to-back for twosies in third and fourth. Super Dinas in a very respectable fifth. JC Blackley going from 7th to 6th. HSVDT going from 6th to 7th. Hotspot holding his position. Haas coming in 9th and switching spots with Mahi off qualifying in 10th. Aid Altonian goes from 18th to 11th. Garris Fat going from 15th to 12th. Sweet coming over the line in 13th. Grumpy Little Catman in 14th. Ray in 15th. Crustier T in 16th. Flavius 10 and 17th, Spaceman 18th, and Uncle Ben's race with the DNF. Not what you want to see. Oh my god, there's a lot of This Discord has seen some savage days, but today is not one of them. Everyone seems to be extremely peaceful and caring and understanding. This is a new look for the Midwest F1 League. How long will it last? I don't know. Will it come to an end? Most definitely. But let's enjoy it while it lasts, as we might not get such a... no, I'm just playing. These guys are good. They are arguing. No rain, alright. There has been plenty of arguing in the past in the Discord, but tonight, we won't see any of that. We are back at it with 5 red lights. Actually, it's 10 red lights. 5 red lights. Go out. Hotspot's got the lead. Let's see if we can hold it into turn 1. We saw a little bit of someone get a little swervy on the outside there, but we'll have to see how that plays out. JC Blackley trying to make up as much positions as possible in one turn. Finds himself up into third. A Hotspot's able to hold on to the lead fairly well. Jack gets a pass onto his teammate here. Mystic Joker gets overtaken by Jinna to win it, but he's got the inside line on Jinna. He's going to break and get him alongside him as well, trying to work alongside Valentine, doing a good job onto the board of Mahi we go. As Mahi's actually trying to fight with a couple of the top dogs here. He takes a look at the inside line. He's got himself just alongside Mystic and nearly a little bit of contact. Mystic forced to go out wide. Mahi sends it back down. And we had some major contact, and yeah, that's Hash spun around. We'll get back up into the pack there. Jinna going down the inside of the line of Valentine as well. Mahi picks off Mystic Joker. And now Mahi's as well trying to get Jinna to win it, but Jinna's having troubles finding himself past Valentine. Alma Jacko trying to work his way up the field, still behind Super Ninas here. See if he can work his way through him. Had a little bit of troubles in the feature race. Valentine having a tough time of keeping the same pace as Jinnit to win it. Jinnit swerves to the outside to avoid. Down into turn 1 we go. Valentine's got the short way around track, is able to outbrake Jinnit. Jinnit tries to go into a switchback there. We can't get it done. He's right tight up on the gearbox of Valentine. His swings way wide through turn 3. Get this and that up, and he's going to dive down the inside line. Here we go into turn 4. Gets alongside of him. Valentine lets him go through. Gets a better run out of turn 4, but looks like Jin has got the position held down. Elma Jacko is right behind Super Nunez as well, trying to come in to turn 8. As we're going to start our slalom through Brazil. Mahi Mahi once again looking down the inside line. He is getting fairly aggressive. Mystic Joker is separated by 3 positions early on to Jin to win it here. Jin is right behind Elma Jacko. Jin's looked like an absolute beast on the track this evening. Or this morning, or next morning if you're where Jin is, which is the United Kingdom. There we go, Mahi Mahi now has the inside line on Valentine, but outbreaks himself as Valentine surely gave him the position. And oh, Super Nunez and Elma Jacko, I think, get into it there. And now both drivers are spun out and have to pick themselves up. A VSC is out. VSC is out. So now Super Nunez and Elma Jacko did get into it last race, the feature race through turn 3 or through turn 2, and it looks like it may have happened again. Both drivers spinning each other out. I didn't catch exactly what happened or who was at fault, so I, as per usual, will stay impartial. The VSC should be ending fairly quickly here. There we go. Hotspot's got a 1.9 second lead between himself and HSVDT. HSVDT has got JC Blackley draped all over him. Jinnit to win it, though, is just right behind JC Blackley, so JC's got to be careful. Mahi Mahi as well, just behind Jinnit to win it, as Mahi has been making some calculated aggressive moves. HSVDT actually gets overtaken by JC going into turn 1, a little bit of contact, and JC comes back and gets a good piece of him, and that's going to drop HSVDT behind Jinnit to win it. Hash retires in the pits. Jinnit to win it is now right behind JC Blackley here. HSVDT sits back and forth. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. That is a spun out crustier T around turn 4. I think that is. That is. We've got a nice little pack going from 9th all the way to 13th there, so I'll have to keep an eye on. Actually, no, let's go join that pack. What's Ray doing with Garrus back here? Actually, what's Grumpy Old Catman doing with Ray? Actually, sorry, what's Spaceman doing with Grumpy Old Catman? Ooh, Grumpy Old Catman trying to swing it around the outside on Ray. And doesn't have the position. Actually, Jinnit to win it. Whoa, loses 2 positions. Jin's down back in 5th. He's got Mystic right behind him here. Yellow through sector 1. Looks like Spaceman spun out around turn 2. He collects himself back up. That turn goes green. While Hotspot is just been increasing his gap between himself and the rest of the pack, and the battling that'll be commencing once again with HSVDT and JC Blackley is going to see that gap grow even more. Did HSVDT fall out of DRS? I think he did. Mahi's going to have the inside line up on HSVDT, as well as Jinnah to win it. It's going to absolutely launch it. Breaks super deep. HS allows Jinnah to launch past, and he's going to try and switch back him around like 3 turns. Around 4 turns, he lines up a switchback. And they're dragging down to turn 4. Oh, and a little bit of contact there. See Jinnah to win it, drop back into 5th now, as well as HSVDT to 6th. So Mystic is now moved up. Now it's Mystic's turn to try and catch Mahi and overtake. And you know Mahi, once he's going to close that gap to JC Blackley, he's just going to absolutely keep pestering him. Lap 6 of 14 total in our sprint race here. If you've just joined us, this is our second of the evening, and unfortunately there won't be any more. But we do have a Division 1 coming live tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, as our Div 1 boys only right now, I'm not sexist, are back at Interlagos to see what they can do. Mystic Joker is going to try and get himself back into the win column, as Matt Rosie broke his record-breaking race win streak. Some things did go his way for that record to be claimed, but a very well-earned record that is for Mystic. Now he's sitting 4th here. He's going to try and work his way through the rest of this field. Mahi is just going to start pestering JC Blackley every turn, as this is a guy that just does not give in at all, and he's just going to get right back into the gearbox of him and take a peek at the inside line coming into turn 10, but nothing quite going there. They want a good run out, and JC Blackley gets a little bit of oversteer, and unfortunately Mahi couldn't capitalize on it. Can JC feel the pressure here of Mahi, as well as Mahi feel the pressure of Mystic Joker, or is JC starting to kind of overuse his tires a little bit here? So Mahi's getting a really good run out of turn 14. He's going to overtake JC Blackley I want to say in ease, but he's dragging him very well down the line, and now Mystic Joker's going to actually launch it down into turn 1 as well. And JC sends it deep around turn 1, has the inside line to turn 2, but once again gets a little bit of oversteer and is now right alongside. And here we go, Jinnah to win it. It's going to drag him down the line as well, as we got 3 wide, going to come into turn 4, and oh JC, what an A. Daltonian is actually out of this race. Okay, so JC is now down into 7th here. He's got both end plates on his wing gone. Alright, Grumpy Old Cabin's actually right on the tail of Ray here for 10th place. Let's see if he can work along past him. Hotspot has now worked that gap between himself and Mahi to 4.7 seconds. After all that chaos, Mahi was able to work a 1.5-second gap on Mystic Joker. Now Mahi's got open air to try and close that gap to Hotspot, but his Hotspot a little bit too far gone here. Jin is so very close to Mystic Joker. Couldn't quite close the gap enough into turn 1. Elma Jacko is trying to work his way back up the field. Is working on Sui, the younger brother of Mystic Joker here. Trying to get a good run out of turn 3. He's got DRS as well as a slipstream. He's got a pace advantage now. He's gone along the outside here. Breaks very deep into turn 4 and is able to hold on to the position, but Sui is actually able to open it back up and get nearly alongside Jacko, trying to break deeper into turn 6, but Jacko does a good job to hold him off. Oh, and then goes deep. As I switched for a second there, but it looks like that's calmed down. We get back onto the battle for 3rd place. Now Jin's got a really good run here, and he's going to get alongside Mystic Line. He's going to try and get his revenge through the feature race. He's got the car fully ahead, and he's got third place locked up here. 5 full laps actually to try and close the gap to Mahi. He's got a tall task ahead to try and get first, but it's actually Mystic Joker gets DRS around turn 3 and does a great job of getting back alongside through turn 4 and then reclaims the position after losing it a couple of turns prior. We have a spun out car through turn 2 here. Believe maybe JC Blackley actually. And Jinnit, no, the penalty to Jinnit. Ouch. Jin, no, a little heavy on the throttle. Come on, Jin, pick it back up. Oh, now HSVDT is just outside 3 seconds. Jin's just got to stay clean from here on out and see if he can work himself back and hold on to 4th place. He's got the overall pace advantage on HSVDT, so he should be able to get it done. It's just 1 or 2 mistakes from Jin a race can just absolutely kills him. We'll see. He at least minimally deserves 4th place here. Grumpy Old Catman is still fairly close to Ray. We'll see if Ray can work himself back. Or sorry, Grumpy Old Catman can work himself up into the top 9 here. Uncle Ben's Rice and Super Nina's actually maybe battling it down in the back of the pack there. And Flavius as well. Actually, he's Uncle Ben's computer. So Uncle Ben DNFing first race, I guess, just kind of ditched the second race, and his computer's going to try and gain him points. Oh, here we go. Grumpy Old Catman might work something into turn 4 down the inside line. Ray breaks a little bit deeper and is able to hold off Grumpy Old Catman. Hard-fought defense there from Ray. And he's going to hold on to the position in through turn 8. Maybe a little bit. We'd like to see a little bit more aggression there. Mr. Joker's now worked himself within DRS range. Hotspot comes over the line to start lap 13. Mahi still holding on to second, but he's not closing the gap much at all. Ooh, nearly a little oversteer from Mystic Joker. But yeah, not closing the gap much at all to first there. Ooh, now Grumpy is actually going to take a stab at Ray and gets the job done. Grumpy finds himself up into 9th. Wish I saw that overtake, but very well done to Grumpy. Ray is going to try and get himself back, but it looks like Grumpy's got the pace advantage between these two drivers here. Ray not feeling it very much today. Mystic Joker's got a tough battle ahead. I don't think he's close enough to Mahi unless he's got some crazy straight line speed on Mahi. But it doesn't look like it. Swinging around turn 16, nearly up to 200 miles per hour. Can't get alongside Mahi here. Mahi doing a good job of staying ahead. El Majako gets HSVDT coming through turn 1. Oh, and Mystic's actually got the move done on Mahi through the inside line of turn 6 up into second place. He doesn't have much time left to try and close that gap to Hotspot, but he's got second, looking to hold down another win, overall win here in F2. Jack was able to get him back last week. but he's done a good job today of keeping a clean nose as well as driving and overtaking fairly well. But Mahi's not going to give way with DRS. Down the inside line he goes into turn 1. And yeah, he does get the position back on Mystic here, but Mystic's going to get DRS coming around turn 3. Oh, and a penalty actually to Mystic is actually going to really change things up. Ooh, just so ever so close to the back of turn 8. We've got Uncle Ben's race, the AI really kind of coming in on an awkward moment here. Jin to win and picking up another penalty though, but he should be safe from El Majako and HSVDT for 4th place. But for everyone once again who's viewing this evening's race, if you like what you see, be sure to tune back in tomorrow for our Div 1 action back at Interlagos as the big boys come out to play and see what they can do. A couple of familiar faces will be there in Formula 2, but you will actually see Hotspot commentating Division 2 as he comes over the line for the feature race win. Mystic Joker coming over 3rd, Mahi getting him back for 2nd. Janet Twinnet in 4th, El Majako coming over the line in 5th, but his countrymate HSVDT overtakes in 6th. Sui in 7th, the Garisvac in... I don't know if he's got 8th lined up here. I think Grumpy Old Catman is actually going to get the Garisvac as well with the penalty to back. And there we do see it, back 9th, Grumpy Old Catman 8th. Ray in 10th, I think he's safe from Spaceman, who's coming around turn 15 right now. Yes, he is. Crustier T in 12th did it. Valentine in 13th, and Flavius is just entering sector 3. So no position changes from this point on. That is how it will finish. It's been a good one. You know, Interlagos does not seem to disappoint. A lot of close battles, some heartbreak, some romance, some good racing, all in all. Somewhat of a loss of words for it, with Mahi getting the driver of the day in this sprint race. Very well done to you, Mahi. You had a good race. I think you started 9th and finished 2nd, so I believe it was 9th where he started, sorry. But yeah, podium for Mahi is very well done. The win for Hotspot, he's had a couple of these so far. He's a sprint race maniac. Mystic Joker, a double podium on the evening. The celebrations all around. And then we'll get into the final order and we will bring it home. But quickly, if you like what you see, shoot us a follow, we very much appreciate it. Trying to get up to 200 followers by the end of season 3. We got 3.5 weeks left to get there, so try and help us get there. We very much appreciate it. Oh, Mahi actually going 10th to 2nd, but Hotspot starting 1st, finishing 1st, holds it the entire way through. Mahi coming over 2nd, as I just said. Mystic Joker 3rd place, Janet Twin at 4th. HSVDT with a good high-tech finish in 5th. El Majako in 6th, Sui 7th, Grumpy Old Catman 8th, the Garisvac 9th, and the Carlin of Ray rounding out the top 10 with actually 3 constructors having 2 drivers in the top 10. Charouz has one in 11th. MP has one in 12th with Crustier T. Valentine in 13th. Flavius in 14th. Uncle Ben's Race 15th. Super Ninas in 16th. JC Blackley 17th. And A. Daltoni in 18th. If you missed the feature race, this is how that ended quickly. Jin to win it gets 2nd. Mystic Joker with the win. Valentine with a very well done 3rd place. And there you have it. That's about all she wrote for the evening. But like I said, we will be back tomorrow evening, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Come tune in, say hi to me, as well as Alma Jacko joins the booth with me, and we can see what these boys can do in some Formula 1 vehicles in Interlagos. It's very exciting as well as very skillful. It's something that I can admit that I am not good enough to do. So I enjoy watching as well as casting it. If you enjoy watching it as well as hearing me cast it, by all means, shoot us a follow. We very much appreciate it. We're trying to work our way to 200 followers. If you have missed this race and you want to go back and watch it, it'll be uploaded live to YouTube. Not live, it'll be uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasures. So go check our YouTube channel out. We are nearly at 100 followers there, so very much appreciate it if you can get us there. If you want to stay tuned to the standings as well as our race schedules, go see our Instagram as well as Twitter page. We have a good social media team that do a really good job in posting up all the finishing results of the races. So go shoot them a follow as well, as they do a very good job. But like I said, no more racing for us here tonight in the Midwest F1 League. It will be brought to a close. Oh man, Zeus Bolts hits us with a follow right at the end of the stream. Very much appreciated. Hopefully we come back tomorrow night. Yeah, please come back tomorrow night. We will back at Interlagos. Like I said, it'll be very good. Really looking forward to it. These guys really put on a show at Interlagos. So we'll see if Mystic Joe can get back on the winning streak, or if Matt Rosie can hold him off and create his own winning streak. So something to tune in, something to look forward to. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. But like I said, no more racing for us here in the Midwest F1 League. Yeah, I've been Crash McQueen. We've been Midwest F1 League. I'm hoping that you enjoyed what you've seen, and we will hopefully be seeing you tomorrow night.